Hey pillars, and welcome to a frame new bike day. I didn't think I would ever say that. I've been making YouTube videos for over 10 years and this is the first time I will be unboxing basically a new frame on the channel. So super excited, dreams do come true. Now it is a disc brake road bike, so hashtag save the rim. I don't think I will be saving the rim today because I got this disc brake bike and it is a quickpro AR1 frame. It's a size XL. It weighs around 850 grams with derailleur mounts and rear derailleur hanger and titanium bolts as well. I think it weighs maybe around 810 grams without the accessories. So for an XL frame, super lightweight. I'm, just for reference, 188 centimeters, 6'2". So I decided to run this frame, then sizing down is because I don't want a longer stem. I decided to go with a 120 centimeter stem and 40 centimeter handlebars. I don't want to run narrower than that. I was debating between 38 centimeters as well, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go for basically a racy setup, but allows me to be comfortable for long endurance rides. So looking at the frame, it's black on black. You can see that there's a two-toned in terms of the logo, and this has some carbon. If you look really close, you can see some of the carbon underneath it. I guess that's how they kept the weight low, at least on this frame set. For being my first ever road disc brake bike, of course I've worked in the cycling industry. I've ridden disc brake bikes since basically when they came out, roughly in like 2014-ish, when it started getting really popularized, even in pro racing, and there was that whole thing where people were still staying on rims, people were going to disc. I think the initial disc brake road bikes that they made just felt really, just like basically endurance bikes. So hopefully that's obviously changed. It's been almost 10 years since then. So obviously I love rim brakes still, and obviously I'm going to be doing comparisons, but I think it was time to basically get on discs and give my opinion. So I'm really happy to be building this partnership with Quick. I think they make a really good bang for your buck bike. What you're getting out of the box compared to Western brands is crazy. So the biggest thing, obviously here, this is their AR1. It's obviously a full package when you're talking about a bike that can do it all. So it's going to climb, it's going to be able to sustain itself in fast group rides on the flats. So basically all around, kind of like the SL8. So I'm super excited to basically have this as my main bike going forward. I also wanted to make a note that the machinery that they did on the brake mounts as well is very well done. So like they didn't overpaint it and stuff. So very good finishing. Also, I'll show parts of inside the carbon, inside the frame where the carbon was laid. Very well done as well. But long story short, the way that they got this frame to be stiff and also lightweight is because they use carbon T1100 with M65 high modulus carbon as well. And it's a fully monocoque frame, meaning that it's a one piece. They don't joint it. It comes out in one piece. And that's how they get it so stiff, but also so light as well. So this frame is being raced, if you don't know, by a continental team in China. So it's been put through its paces. It can definitely hold at that level. So for even us racy weekend warriors, and even that if you're racing at just below continental level, obviously let's say Cat 1, Cat 2, lots of crits, or even just road races. That's the funny thing too. Ever since I've lived in Europe, I'm trying to get into road racing here. It's a little difficult, but we'll manage. So it's kind of funny because when I think of racing, I think of crits and circuit racing, but here it's definitely road races and climbing. So as I was saying, for us racers, I'm going to be trying to slowly get into road racing. It's difficult just when you're moving countries as often as I do, but definitely I would like to put it through its paces and test it. But regardless, even without doing that, I'm going to be training the house down. I'm already trying to hit around 7,000-8,000 meters of elevation per week. So for a frame that can climb, I'm definitely going to be testing that and giving you guys an update. But this video was mainly focused on the frame build itself, and I really do love the overall build of this frame. I've had tarmacs in the past that I've worked on at bike shops, basically every frame you can think of, and this one really does come off as just bang for your buck premium. Yet again, the finishing, the paint, just the overall build, the geometry, top notch, especially for the price. One thing that I love that they did too was the front end here. It has this like bullet, it's pointy. I think it looks very sexy. And the two-tone that they did on this paint job, I really like it too. It's like aero stealthy, but I do love gloss finished bikes. I'm not a matte guy personally, so I really do like the fact that they offer this. And the biggest thing that I want to mention for this frame in specifics is how they design the geometry. So as I mentioned before, this frame set is being raced by a Continental team over in China. So when they had to make this, Quick didn't have to basically make a bike for weekend warriors or a little bit more less aggressive. They could go as aggressive as they wanted. So compared to any Western brand frames, it's roughly 24 millimeters short. I want to eventually potentially slam it, but I want to be comfortable on 4 or 5 hour rides. I do a lot of climbing now, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to be running 10 millimeters of spacers, and even running 10 millimeter spacers on this frame set is still more aggressive than running a slam setup on a tarmac SL8, for example. So very aggressive, very racy. I'm excited because I've ran my road bike with so much stack. It was during the time where no bike shops were open, and I just got lazy with eventually getting it cut because I was traveling so much. So I'm excited to have a lower front end, obviously a pro looking aero bike. So I'm excited that I can eventually build this now and partnering up with Quick. So I'm going to be doing an in-depth overview of the overall build, but I really do want to highlight each component of this build because I like to geek over that stuff. And if you guys are interested as well, then I think it's nice to segment it so you have a little bit more explanation on certain aspects of the build. So that's why I'm going to make individual videos for majority of each part and then kind of piece it together to have a long form version, but also just one that highlights each aspect of the build. So if you guys did enjoy this video and want to see the entire build, then drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and until the next one, keep on pedaling.